Welcome to your favorite Tennessee Titans podcast, Tennessee Titans Weekly.
Hope,
Jacques,
hope.
what's going on, folks? Good afternoon, good morning, whatever time it is your way. Jacques, as the Tennessee Titans lose another game, man. This time against the Jacksonville Jaguars for the second time this season, man. 20-13. The Tennessee Titans again. Terrible game. We're now 3-13. We just lost another AFC South game. We've only won one this entire season. We're a bad football team, folks. We are, man. So, Jacques, this is where we are, bro.
Mhm.
Another horrible game for the Tennessee Titans, man.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, it's the same song and dance, man. My emotions is out of it now. Like it is what it is. Let's just get to the off season and kind of try to build this thing together, piece it by piece, and just be a little bit more strategic. This year, we were strategic last year, but super strategic, and we'll talk about it in a minute. But it don't surprise me, man. At this point, it is what it is. We got swept by the lonely Jags, which is I think that's interesting. Two bad football teams, but hey, the better team won today. So hey, it is what it is.
Yeah, for sure, man. For sure. And for those that's checking us out again, follow us on here on Bleacher Report. You can follow me at Lorenzo _ the Hawk. You can follow Jacques at Jacques Merrill as well. We're on YouTube. If you're watching this on YouTube, of course, hit that subscribe button as well, too. Hit the like button. We're on Apple. We're on Spotify. We out there, man.
Yes, sir. So let's just hop into it, Hawk. For the sake of dignity, what was the main reason the Titans lost this game today?
Well, I say more than anything, Jacques, the reason we lost this game, man, at the end of the day, dude, we suck. We're terrible. We're not a good football team. That's just plain and simple. We got that poll question out there as well. When I look at this game against the Jags, I think overall, as far as team, at least I feel that we have more talent than the Jags. But for some reason, we can't pull it together. I mean, you look at time of possession, it's pretty even. They had the ball 29 minutes. We had it 30 minutes. They only had one, we only had one turnover. They had none. So it wasn't really nothing that they did so much better than we did, honestly, this game, right? We ran the ball a little bit better. Tajay Spears had a pretty good game overall. But, you look at it as far as the team itself, I mean, we're just not a good football team. We're not coached right. We don't tackle good. We're not running good on offense. We suck. We're third in the league. We only have 3 points. I mean, we've only had 3 wins this entire season. And the fact that the Titans, I feel, have underachieved this season. I told you earlier, Jacques, I felt that we would at least be better than the Jags and the Colts, and I was wrong. And the Titans they have not done well. Even with Mason Rudolph at quarterback today, he had 193 yards, but he was only, completed 61% of his passes. So you look at, you just look at it overall. I mean, we're just not a good team. We suck. This game here to me really, really shows that we're just not a good team, man. We don't make big plays when we need to. In the second half, we really needed points. We only scored 10. We only had 3 in the fourth quarter. Overall, Jacksonville they just played simple. Mac Jones was out there. I mean, Brian Thomas cooked us. We're just not a good football team at the end of the day, man. You could cut the cake, whatever the flavor of the cake is. We suck. We stink. We're a bad football team, Jacques. That's the main reason why we lost this game, bro. What about for you, man?
I mean, I think I figured it out a little bit earlier in the season that we weren't a good football team. I thought we were going to be in the offseason, but it's the same stuff, man. Today the Jags, I think, executed better than the Titans, to say the least, right? Not a lot of mistakes on their ends. They didn't have no turnovers. They did things in the right moment when they needed to do it, and we weren't able to. I mean, it's the same stuff, the same old crap, the same stuff. Like you said, it's the same old. And the run game, I mean, the Jags run game was rolling there for a minute. It was raining, so another thing, it's raining. The Titans receivers seemed like they couldn't get their footing. The Titans DB seemed like they couldn't really get their footing. So I think from that perspective, man, I wasn't expecting us to get swept by the Jags, to say the least. But I mean, at this point, it is what it is. I'm ready for the season to be over with. I've nearly never, well, I think it's the first year I've told you I've been kind of checked out, but I'm like ready to like get to the home plate, man, because this is just getting embarrassing at this point. So I think, man, they executed better. The weather I feel like played a part, but at the end of the day, we just are what we are. Like you said, we stink, man, and just ready to get this crap over with. So that's for me, man.
All right. Okay. All right. So again, we have that poll question out there as well, man. And shout out to everybody in the chat. We got T. Kelly in the building, Jay Burks, Tulsa Titan, man. Hey, we appreciate y'all, man, tuning in as you always do, man. Shout out to y'all. So, Jacques, let's think about this, man. Let's look at with Brian Callahan. So there was news that came out, a few days ago that, the Tennessee Titans will bring back Brian Callahan for 2025. They're going to give him another chance. And now they haven't made the exit interview yet. When they come to that interview in that room, we'll see. But we're going to assume that, shout out to Johnny Hubs, we're going to assume that the Tennessee Titans and Amy Adams Strunk will bring back Brian Callahan as a head coach. Are the Titans making the right choice by bringing back Brian Callahan for 2025?
Okay, so one thing, Hawk, it has been confirmed. There was a article that Scheffner came out with at the beginning of the week that the Titans are indeed bringing Callahan back. So we can dead that conversation right there. I do think it's the right choice because if you were to fire Callahan and the coaching staff and Rand Carthon, and you say let's start over and bring in a new GM, a new quarterback, all this crap, you started the clock over. Okay, the clock has started over. All right, you put yourself in another hole. You still got to pay Callahan, but you're still paying Vrabel. I think you're still paying John Robinson. When you look at this thing, we live in a short time society where we want an instant gratification. And I think the message was not clear at the beginning of the season that this is a rebuild. We're in a rebuild. This is what it is. But what Rand Carthon said, we was a retool or something crazy like that. I don't know. But it was something to that standpoint, right? They didn't come out and confirm it was a rebuild. So I think if they would have said, "Hey, we're rebuilding," I think this season, a lot of people could have came in this season with a better mindset to say, okay, if we stink, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. But they spent the money. They went out and did what they did. They said, hey, we're going to build. We're going to spend money. We're going to make this thing look like it's a retooling. And at the end of the day, it's on your quarterback. You got Will Levis. Hopefully he can take you to the next level, which is we see what happened now. It's not happening, right? So I think it's the right choice because Callahan needs to bring in his guy who he evaluates, who he says, okay, I like him. I like his tendencies. I like how he plays quarterback. He didn't get a chance to do that. He inherited these particular quarterbacks. And I think Mason Rudolph was signed off the street. But what I did see was a little glimmer of hope. He was able to get Malik Willis traded. And when I look at that, I'm like, okay, he was able to kind of build him up a little bit. We couldn't work with Knucklehead right here. Mason Rudolph, right? So I'm interested to see his guy. So yeah, I think it's the right choice. I know a lot of people don't want to hear that. I know a lot of people want to see him gone. I know a lot of people think he stinks, but it's his first year on the job. Just like if you get hired at your new job, your new company, and you come in and you're trying to learn the process and you stink it up a little bit, and then they say, well, Lorenzo, you got to go, bro. You're like, I've only been here 2 months. What are you talking about? You got to go, bro. It is what it is. So I think it's the right choice for a continuity perspective. And for them to bring in their guys and evaluate their guys. Do I think some changes need to happen? Yes, I do. But do I think it was the right choice from Amy and them? Yes, I do. What about you, Hawk?
Facts, no paper. I do think the Titans should bring back Brian Callahan for next season. I do think that he should have an opportunity to sort of right the ship. Because again, yes, Will Levis was not his quarterback. There's other players on this team as well, too, that he didn't bring in. So I do think he should get an opportunity for sure. I actually think he should get an opportunity next year. And that's why the draft is so important. If Callahan walks into the exit interview and says, hey, listen, I didn't get an opportunity to get the quarterback that I want. Okay. Amy is going to say, okay, understood. So what do you want to do in this draft? So if you do decide to draft a quarterback, then that's got to work. It's got to work. And Callahan is going to have to, as an offensive mind, is going to have to make that happen if he wants to get his guy. So I do think he should be brought back. I do understand as well that the ship needs to be righted. We need to see some improvement next year because this season, even Vegas had us at 6 wins. I don't think this season was looked upon as a rebuild. Again, we had our pre-schedule show, and we had the Titans winning many more games than the 3 games that the Titans have this year. We brought in a lot of free agents. We spent more money than we usually did normally historically. And I do think that, this season didn't go well. And yes, we have a rookie head coach, but, going into next year, he should have an opportunity to make that better. I expect that to be better. 3 wins, you have to do better than 3 wins for sure next year. And so I think he'll have that opportunity. I still think we have a lot of good players. We have a lot of good young players. I think we have a lot to build on. And hopefully we can build upon getting some newer rookies on the team, maybe adding a few free agents, because we're still financially still in a good spot to bring in free agents. So it's on Callahan next year. I think the leash is, I don't know how long the leash might be for next year, like going into the season, come mid-season, to evaluate how many wins that we might have if we've progressed. But I absolutely think the Callahan should be back next season for sure.
Okay.
Yep.
So, Hawk, just another question. Are we winning our last game?
I don't think so. No. We have that question out there as well too. We only have 3 wins this season, and we have one more game against the Texans. I do not think we're winning that football game. Houston has locked up a playoff spot, so that's good for them. But we couldn't even beat Jacksonville with Trevor Lawrence on the bench and just got a whole bunch of guys out there. And Houston could have all their players out there, and they can put bench players out there. That's not a guaranteed win for the Tennessee Titans. I think folks, and I see folks in the comment as well, shout out to T. Kelly, are we better than our record? Man, our record says what it says, man. So if we feel that we're a better team than what our record shows, then you got to put that on coaching. But I think the record is what it is. We're 3-13. We suck. I do not think we're going to win another football game. I said a few weeks ago, I think the max wins that we'll have this season is 3, and I'm sticking by that. I said that about 5 weeks ago. Even looking at the schedule and looking at the teams around us, I'm like, we're not a good football team. So, no, I don't think we're winning the next game. What about you, Jacques?
No, I gave 1 game. That's what I was predicting. I was thinking in the 1 game that I was thinking we would probably have a shot at was this game. I don't think we're going to win that last game because, I mean, like you said, Houston can rest their players, but at the end of the day, like you said, we can't even beat backup. So I think there's some underlying stuff going on. Like you said, the Titans. Somebody said in the comment section, they don't look interested. They don't look like they want to be here anyway. They're ready. They're like us. They're ready for the season to be over with. So no, I don't think we win in that last game.
Okay. All right. So Jacques, the Tennessee Titans again today just lost to the Jacksonville Jaguars, 20-13. Another bad loss for the Tennessee Titans, which now has put us in a draft position right now. As I'm looking at updates, right now the Titans are picking 3. But with the Giants winning, that'll probably change, where we could possibly pick 2, because the New England Patriots are ahead of us, and we beat the New England Patriots. So I'm still waiting to get updates. Maybe before this show is over, I'll have that updated. But so I have a question for you as far as the draft. Mm-hmm. As we all know, again, the Titans will pick top 5, no question about it. It just depends on where. So are you rooting for us to? The Giants just won. The game is over now. Okay, so we'll check to see any updates from this here. It's updating. It's an error right now. It's getting updated. Are you rooting for us to pick number 1 in this draft for 2025?
Yeah, either 1 or 2. I mean, because if you get 1 or 2, you have a shot at one of the 2 quarterbacks. So I don't care if we 1 or 2. Listen to what I'm saying. 1 or 2. I don't care either way. So if we get 1 or 2, sign me up. I'm okay with it. I think that's why I'm ready to get the season over with, so Callahan and company can start evaluating those quarterbacks. That's for me. What about you, Hawk?
Absolutely, man. I'm rooting for us to be 1 or 2. I'm actually rooting for us to be number 1. And the reason I say that is because, if we evaluate these quarterbacks and they don't feel that the quarterback is it, man, we got so much power. It's unbelievable, right? As far as drafting and trading and those things. I'm anticipating the Titans to pick number 1. I mean, to pick a quarterback. But I do think as well, too, whether we pick 1 or 2, we're going to be in position to draft a quarterback. And looking at the Patriots, they don't need a quarterback. So for us, we would get the first quarterback selection in this draft. whether it be Shador Sanders or Cam Ward or any other quarterback that could be out there. I'm actually rooting for us. What do we have to gain to win? 5 years down the road, we're not going to remember us beating the Texans, right, at the end of the season. What we will remember is that we picked number 2 and we picked the quarterback. And that quarterback could have us to direct us to where we need to go in the future. When you look at the Washington Commanders, right? Okay, so it's updated. The Tennessee Titans will be picking number 2 right now. I'm gonna put that on the board too in just a second. So we're number 2 in the draft. So, looking at that, we're ahead of the Giants with their win today. And
Who's number 1?
the New England Patriots. They're gonna
They don't need a
because
quarterback.
they're right, because they beat us. We can't go over New England at all unless they win a football game.
Yep.
So I'm gonna try to see if I can save this, put it on here. So
they don't need a quarterback.
Yep, they don't need a quarterback. So right now, the Shador Cam sweepstakes is on the Tennessee Titans.
Yep.
And what are we gonna do about it? We'll see. So that's kind of where I'm at with that, Jacques, for sure. Man.
So with that being said, Hawk.
Yep.
Speaking of Cam and Shador, which one would you take with the number 2 pick? Because again, the Patriots have the number 1 pick, so that leads the Giants, because the Giants are number 3, Titans are number 2. Which one are you taking, Cam or Shador? Because it's going to drop either one to either body. So we actually helped each other out, the Giants and the Titans, really. Yep. Go ahead. Yep. What's your thing?
So I got a chance to watch, and if you all follow us on Twitter, man, on Instagram, man, we really pumped up like the Colorado BYU game and the Miami Iowa State game. Like, man, look, if y'all not watching this, man, shame on you. So I'm going to say this, Jacques. I've been on the Shador train here, and I still might. My mind could change. It will change. I mean, we have a lot, ladies and gentlemen, we have a long freaking way to go here, okay? A long way to go. But I'm going to say this, man, without evaluating them on a draft state yet, because it hadn't happened yet. It hasn't been a combine. There hasn't, we're just looking at them based on how they play on the field. Shador would definitely bring the fans to the stadium from a business standpoint. He absolutely would do that. But as of today, right now, who I would draft Cam Ward right now, Jacques. I would draft Cam Ward because the thing that I look at is neither quarterback is super athletic, but I think Cam is more athletic than Shador. And in the NFL, you have to have some athleticism. And there are plays where Mason Rudolph, when he gets quarterback sacked, Shador would take those same sacks. I don't think Cam Ward would take all those sacks. Cam Ward gets the ball out a lot faster than Shador as well. Now, I think Shador is more accurate, but I do think Cam Ward has more of a live arm than Shador, and I think that's going to bode well for him in this draft. So if I'm looking at it right now, the Tennessee Titans, again, if it ended today, we would be number 2 in the draft at 3-13 right now with one more game left. As of today, my mind could change tomorrow. I'm going Cam Ward, Jacques. I'm going Cam Ward right now, man. I just think he'd be a better fit for us here in Tennessee. What about you, Jacques?
So I think between those two, we've had discussions throughout the whole season about these two. And I checked out the games yesterday, and you got a tale of two products, right? Shador, again, when I'm looking at him, he has the poise of an NFL quarterback, but he still has a lot to learn. And I think he can go through his progressions, but also he has a favorite target in Travis Hunter. That was a play where Travis was triple covered, and he still threw it, right? No, you can do that, bro. You got to scan the field. You got to go through your progressions. You got to pick your player. And I think ever since even Shador's been at Jackson State, his favorite target has been Hunter the whole entire way, right? I've been following this thing since then. So I've been on the Cam Ward sweep train for a minute because I like his poise. I like what he brings to the table. I like his accuracy. I like how he throws the ball. He still has a lot of work to do as well when it comes to like decision making sometimes, because I think you've mentioned it. He has some Will Levis-ish things that he does. I call it hero ball, right? Trying to play hero ball. But he seems like a well poised man. And then one other thing I like, he's accomplished in college. He's super accomplished. I think he broke the record for like most touchdown passes.
Yep.
If you get a second round quarterback, and I've seen some second round quarterbacks in this chat, that quarterback better break fold right away, right? But to turn the tide of this franchise And to sell tickets, because you still have to sell tickets now, you need to get you your franchise quarterback. And I guarantee you, Amy has said that. In that article, what Schefter said was the Titans are going to invest and look heavily in a quarterback, if that's a bridge quarterback or if that's drafting a quarterback. So you have to get this thing right, because if we don't get it right, say if we do get a Carter at the second pick, right, or we draft or we trade down and we have the same product as we have on the field next year, I don't think Amy's going to be as patient as she is this year. It can be a possibility Callahan might be out the door next year. And then everybody, all Titans fans will be saying, well, we need a quarterback. Well, it's too damn late. It's too late. It's too late, because now you got to start this thing over again. So if you are 1-2, which we might not get to do again, you take full advantage of that.
That's right.
I like Travis Hunter there too. I do, because he's a generational talent. But we have a glaring problem. It's quarterback. Can Justin Fields fix that? I don't know. Can Darnold fix that? Minnesota ain't letting him go, right? Is Aaron Rodgers coming here? I don't want an Aaron Rodgers. He's too old. He just got benched by Tyrod Taylor. So give me Cam, bro. Give me Cam.
Gotcha, man. Gotcha, man. Gotcha. Okay. All right. Listen, we are at our favorite part of the show, y'all, the live chop up. If you're not watching us on Bleacher Report, man, it won't show live, but on Bleacher Report, it will. Again, you can follow us here on Bleacher Report at Lorenzo_the Hawk and at Jacques Merrill. This is the opportunity for you all to throw in your questions in the chat, and we're going to fire off some answers. So let's get cooking.
And I'm going to say this. We got more glaring holes. You can address that glaring hole with the 7 other picks that you have in this draft. You have 8 total picks in this draft. And you don't even know if they're going to will and deal within the draft. So we can pick up more picks. You never know. You can fill those particular holes in free agency also. The right tackle position. I'm going to go there real quick, Hawk. I would rather go out in free agency and spend some money on a proven right tackle, or even trade for one that can come in, you can plug in right away. I'm not doing no more rookie tackles. If you do that, you get him in the second round. You get him in the third round and let him be a good depth player and you can build. That's how I look at that. Not no knock on you, Johnny, but I'm just saying, I keep hearing this. We got a lot of holes. Yes, we do. But they will be addressed, because Amy's not playing. and Amy, you need to be held accountable too. I love you, but let Rand and Callahan do their job. I'm just going to leave that there. We got our first question. Do you think we can pull a Houston Texans and get a top 10 top quarterback and another top 10 pick? How do you think that is possible?
No, I don't, because we had to have trade capital in order to get a top quarterback and another pick in the top 10. We don't have enough capital, and we need as many players as possible. So in order to get up to top, like the Will Anderson and the CJ Stroud type of deal, you got to trade picks in order to get that. And we're not sitting there telling y'all. Now, you might think differently. I'm not sitting there telling y'all that either Cam Shador is about to be CJ Stroud, Jayden Daniels. We have no idea what they're going to be, right? Yep. We're not sitting there saying, oh, these 2 guys, no matter who we draft, is going to take us to the promised land. We're not saying that. But what we are saying is, it's very rare to be picked number 2 in the draft. You take advantage of that. And it's on Callahan. It's on Rand. It's on everybody within the organization to build around this quarterback to make him successful, right? It's on them to do that. What Jayden Daniels is doing, even what Bo Nix is doing, is unbelievable. That's rare. But if they can do better than Will Levis can do, and they can do better than what half of the quarterbacks can do as a rookie, that would be a success, because we have talent on this team, but we need to build around that. So, no, I don't think we're going to have 2 picks in the top 10. No.
I agree 100%. I think they accumulated those picks, even from the last draft, that they accumulated those picks throughout the two or three seasons they were trash. A matter of fact, I think they got some of those picks in the Deshaun Watson trade. So if you go trade Jeffrey Simmons and say, hey, Jeffrey, go over there, that's the capital that you have to get when you do stuff like this. Let's reel it back real quick. You remember when we had the Adoree Jackson and Corey Davis draft? We acquired those picks because we traded from 1 to wherever we traded down. That's what happened. Now, when you do that, you have to hit, and we see what happened when it didn't hit, right? The Titans organization and it needs to kind of grow up. It's time. It's this pity patting. We sitting here having this mediocre mindset. It's time to grow up. It's time to get to the next level. It's time to get to say, hey, we need our quarterback. Me and Hawk on the same page. We on the same page. We on lock and step. We got 8 picks, y'all. Again, And say if something happens and we do jump down to third, then that's when you need to figure it out. But it's a story that needs to be painted because this is an important offseason. If we don't hit on this offseason, Hawk, yeah, we can say, oh, yeah, we're going to go get our quarterback. We're going to go Arch Manning. Can we get Arch Manning?
Exactly.
Can we move up to get Arch Manning or whoever's next in the line or what not? Right?
That's right. That's right.
Somebody said Gabriel. Going to getting Gabriel in the second round. We did that with Will Levis. I'm sorry. Yeah. Gabriel is okay, but he seems like he has to be in the right system to get this thing cracking. And I'm tired of that. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm sorry. I want a Super Bowl. Listen to what I'm saying. I want a Super Bowl. I'm tired of being mediocre. I'm tired of this piss poor crap that we put on here. Give me a Super Bowl. Go ahead, Hawk. I ain't me cut you off.
Yeah, no. I was just agreeing with you, man. I think for those that have watched us for a while knows that, man, like, listen, we're done with drafting quarterbacks if they're not a first round pick. We're done with that, man. Go first round or just don't draft a QB at all. You know what I mean? You could be lucky, yes, but we don't need luck. We suck. Right. We got 3 wins. Yep. To get a second round quarterback, that means you have a playoff team, then you take that risk, right? Not when you suck. Not when you suck, man. So
facts, no paper. And Law Dog, I'm gonna ask you this. Say if Manning if he doesn't live up to the hype, would you still go out and give because I feel like the name Manning sometimes we use that as the man, he's gonna be like his uncle. He's gonna be like his uncles. We never know that. Like Hawk said, we don't know if Cam and Shador we don't know if they're gonna turn out. We didn't know Jaden Daniels was gonna do what he was able to do. Bo Nix, like you said, they're insanely they're doing stuff I've never seen before from rookie quarterbacks.
Right.
The Broncos on the verge of making the playoffs. The Commanders are in. Did they clinch playoffs? They did clinch the playoffs. I think they did.
I don't think so.
Okay,
I might be wrong. I don't.
Yeah.
They're in the wild card right now. I'd have to go back and look, but keep going, y'all.
But the stuff that they're doing is amazing.
Yeah.
If you're going to do that, you got to continue to build this team. And I like from what these rookies have been able to produce this year, right? It's been a lot of ups more than downs. I have full faith in Rand Carthon and company to bring in and evaluate this process the proper way because they know now that it needs to be evaluated. Again, I can't do it has to be the right bridge quarterback, Hawk.
Yeah.
It has to be the right one, dog.
Yeah, and to your point, it's not we don't know where we're going to finish. For us to say we should go out on a quarterback in 2026, that means that's another terrible season. And you don't know right now what's guaranteed is that we got a top 3 pick no matter what.
Yep.
That's guaranteed this season. That's a guarantee. You go with what is guaranteed right now. Mm-hmm. And that's our fault as an organization to be a 3-13 football team.
Right.
The Patriots, the Giants, the Jag, these teams suck, and we knew that before the season. The Titans, I don't think Vegas didn't even have us at 3 wins. Vegas had us at 6. We're not even hitting Vegas numbers, man. It's terrible. Terrible.
Hey, so real quick.
Yep.
Cam broke the Division I touchdown passing record. I think his Joker has 158 total touchdowns.
Yeah,
okay?
Man. Yep.
Now, what did Jaden Daniels break last year when he was at
yards?
What is he doing now? Right,
killing. Yep,
exactly. Your success 9 times out of 10 transitions to the next level.
Yep,
and you see that, right?
Yep.
Hey, bring back Jack Conklin. I'll take him. I'll take Jack because I know Jack is a proven commodity. I'll take Jack. He's been here before. I'll take him. Just bring in a right tackle that is proven. That's all I'm saying, man. That's all I'm saying.
Yep. All right, we'll go by 2 questions, y'all.
Yeah, I like that. CD J Senior, that 2 to 3 years. I think Rand, again, giving them time to build their product. I think that's what it needs. Because I've heard a lot of noise where they should get rid of them, blah, 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 with Callahan too. I'm like, nah, Did he have another ACL tear, or is he starting now? I don't know if he's out there. Oh, you're right. No, he out there now. I'm watching. I got my TV on. I think he's out there now. But if it's not Jack Conklin, bring in a right tackle. Bring him in. Right. Whoever's and Hawk, I think you even put out a scenario where you're saying move JC to right side and go get a left tackle.
Exactly.
You can do that too. I mean, because at that point, man, you have you have a good, solid offensive line. Lost
Yeah.
Boy said 615 says, is anyone a lock to stay on the roster?
The rookies.
I
The rookies. The three rookies, Latham, Sweat, Brownlee.
yep.
Those are to me, those are the only ones in my opinion.
Mhm.
Pollard, maybe. Well, I guess Jeffrey Simmons. Of course, Jeffrey Simmons. That's about it to
So
me.
for me, yeah, you can always have some roster turnover, but you've got contracts that you have right now that's just locked in. So from
Fact.
players like Mason Kinsey, we need to upgrade that position. Traylon Burks is gone. We're gonna upgrade that position. I'm all about upgrading positions. So if we're gonna get rid of somebody, we better slide them in like we slide them in. It better be a
Yeah.
boom boom, you good to go. It better be a better opportunity. I mean,
Right.
a better player for that particular player that was mediocre.
Right.
Let's see
All
here.
right. We'll go one more, y'all, because we're right at time.
So CD, you saying Paula Spears, Hooker, Sweat, Sneed. Yeah, I mean, again, I'm gonna say this: we got a good building block. We do, we do.
Yeah,
Okay,
we
hold on.
do.
I think it's a good question. Donald Award, Hawk. That's a
Ward.
real question.
Ward. I only say that because I get Sam Darnold's balling this year, but man, he's got the best receiving core and a great tight end as well too. So
I'm gonna go ahead and leave,
I mean,
Hawk.
we'll have to pay. We got to pay him a lot too, right? So I'd rather pay a rookie and him figure it out than pay somebody that might come here, might not do anything. So Sam Darnold's balling. I'm not disregarding what he's doing, but let's not act like he ain't got the best receiving core in the league. What about you, Jacques?
Ward, give me Ward because I don't trust Donald. I don't trust that. I don't like you said. He has a good surrounding party around him on defense and offense. Can he keep it up? We're gonna see in the playoffs, right? We're
Yep.
going to
Yep.
see. But
Yep.
I give me Ward. Darnold, I don't think Minnesota's gonna let Darnold go. I'm sorry. You can't let that go. You can't. The way
Yep.
the success that he's brung, the things he's been able to do to get him to the playoffs and they're being successful, you can't let that crap go, man. So give me
Yep.
Ward. I'll take Ward, cheaper, build around him, get him another receiver, something else, build up the defense.
Yep.
Let's cook then. Let's see what we got.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
And I know, and
Well,
hold on.
listen,
Before we ride, I know the Snead conversation came up. Yes, he got paid this year, but I feel like they set him down on purpose because I think they want him to heal
yep,
up for next year. So that's just my
yep,
thought on that. But go ahead, Hulk.
for sure,
Don't
for
take us
sure.
out, man.
Yes, sir. Lost Boy 615. Hey, I appreciate that too, man. Great comment, by
Yes,
the way. Thank
sir.
you, sir.
Appreciate
Thank
that,
you.
bro.
Thank you. So listen, for those that are tuning in, man, listen, we want to say thank you all again. Yes, it's been a tough season, guys. Appreciate it, CDJ Senior. It has been a tough season, man. But listen, we're here. Like, but we're here. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so, the Titans, man, listen, we're gonna rock with them regardless, man. You know what I'm saying? It's an up and down season, man. But the tables always turn. There will be a time one day where we're gonna be on here, man. We got fire in our ears and everything, man. That's just what it is. So we appreciate everybody rocking with us, man. Hey, listen, if you have not followed us yet, do that now here on Bleacher Report at Lorenzo_the Hawk. You can follow my king side over here, man. That boy Jacques Merrill at Jacques Merrill as well, too.
Yes, sir.
Follow us on Instagram at Tennessee Titans Weekly. Follow us on YouTube at Tennessee Titans Weekly. We're on Apple. We're on Spotify. Shout out to everybody in the comments. We appreciate y'all loving the show, man. That's what we do, Jacques.
And again, thank y'all for participating in the show because if it wasn't for y'all, man, we wouldn't be here. Also, thank you for Bleacher Report for the opportunity, man. We talk our ball. We know what we're doing, man. So, and also, I hope everybody had a Merry Christmas. Also,
Yes.
have a safe New Year. Happy New Year to everybody. Let's hope this New Year brings in some good juju for the Titans. But again, like we do all the time, Hawk, take us on out, bro.
All right. Hey, we hope y'all have a great rest of your day and week as well, too. Appreciate everybody showing love for the show, man. As we always say and as we always do, Jacques, we got the number 2 pick, dog. We got the number 2 pick. My bad. Okay. Facts.
No paper.